Hi, welcome. Today we're going to talk about a new Aromaseraphy support that is in this set, Invasion of Venom. There are not many cards I want to talk about from Invasion of Venom, but of course Aromaseraphy. I feel like this is something that I want to talk about. So let's go over these cards. Aromaseraphy Angelica. This is level 1, attack and defense 0, plant tuner light. So this card is pretty cool in my opinion. I mean, it's a pretty cool card. I love the artwork on the card. It's really cute and adorable. So let's go over the effect. During your player's turn, you can discard this card, then target one Aroma monster in your graveyard, gain life point equal to the attack. So basically, during your player's turn, you can discard this card, target one Aroma monster in your graveyard, and you gain life points equal to the attack. Yeah, pretty simple. While this card is in your graveyard, if your life point is higher than your opponent's, and you control an Aroma monster, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So if your life point is higher than your opponent's, you can special summon this card if you control an Aroma monster. So pretty cool. I mean, you will probably control an Aroma monster, so it's not going to be that hard. But it's banished when it leaves the field. That's not as good, but you know, I think that's kind of interesting. I mean, it's banished when it leaves the field. It's not. That makes the card a little bit worse in my opinion, but I wish it was just going back to your graveyard. I wish this was once per turn. I mean, if this was a once per turn effect, it would be a lot better, because I feel like when it's banished, you have to run something to get this card back from being banished, and I feel like that's not as good. You can only use each effect of Aromaseraphy Angelica once per turn, so you can only use one of these effects per turn. I don't really like the second. I mean, I like the first effect. You can gain life points by discarding this card and target an Aroma monster in your graveyard. I like that. I like the second effect as well, but I don't like that it gets banished when it leaves the field. I feel like that kind of hurts it a little bit, because, I mean, you'd have to run something to get this card back, unless the Synchro monster can get it back. We are going to see. But this card is not too terrible. I mean, definitely cute, adorable, and runnable. I mean, you definitely want to run this card in your deck. It's not terrible. So, Aromaseraphy Rosemary. It's a light plant synchro, level 5, 2000 attack, 900 defense. So the stats is okay for a level 5, I guess. Yeah, it's not that amazing, but let's go over the effect. One tuner and one plus one non-tuner monster. So one tuner and one non-tuner monster. While your life point is higher than your opponent's, plant type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. So this becomes 25-14 when when you have your life point higher than your opponent's. I wonder if you have multiple of these on the field, if it stacks, so it becomes maybe 3000 attack, 1900 defense if you have two of them. So if you get out two of them, they get like 3000, 1900. That would be kind of badass if that's how it's stacked up. But I don't know. We get to see how that works. While your life point is higher than your opponent's, plant type monster you control gain 500 attack defense. Maybe it stacks. That would be cool if it did. Once per turn, if your life points, if you gain life points, target one face-up card your opponent controls. It has its effect negated until the end of turn. I don't know about this. I mean, when you gain life point, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and have its effect negated until the end of turn. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't sound very good either. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed in these two cards, to be honest with you. I mean, the artwork is amazing on them, but I just feel like they are not as powerful as I want them to be. I mean, are they gonna make Aromages more playable? Are Aromages gonna be like more competitive now? I don't know. I don't think so. I think these two cards are... they are okay. I don't think they are game breaking at all. I mean, I don't like that this card banishes it, that it is banished when it leaves the field. I feel like that hurts it hurts these cards a lot. Like, it hurts it a lot when it leaves the field, it gets banished. I wish that was not the case. And I really don't like the second effect. I mean, What if it was and specifically that you have to target one face-up card your opponent controls? I mean, you can't even target like a Cosmo Dark Destroyer and negate its effect. I wish it wasn't targeting, because it only negates the effect until the end of turn. So why does it target? Why couldn't it just make it non-targetable? Non-targetable? Well, I guess because it's one tuner, one or more non-tuner. I mean, that you could run this in other decks then, but I don't know. I just feel like this card had more potential. I don't feel like it was fully utilized. So in my opinion, it's okay, I guess, but I'm not super impressed. I'm not like going bananas over these two cards. Artwork, I will still get a playset of each, just because, you know, I want to play Aromages, but I don't think this is going to last. This is not amazing. I mean, the first part of the effect is pretty good, because if it stacks, if this first effect stacks, you can get maybe 3,000, 1,900. That can be kind of good. But other than that, I don't see it being that impressive. But please tell me what you think about these two cards, and as always, comment, like, and subscribe.